Normally, we One Piece fans are used to going 30 miles per hour on the highway, the freeway. We clog up traffic big time, and people around us get frustrated and irritated. And if we're a passenger in that car, sometimes you say to yourself, man, this really does suck. But now, with the One Piece log Fishman Island edited version, we are being reckless in a whole new dimension. Now we're speeding. Now we're speeding hella quick. We're going 100 miles per hour. We are being a menace on the highway, and we have no regard for the lives around us, and people are afraid. And if you're a passenger in that same car, you say to yourself, this kind of sucks. Right now, when it comes to the One Piece logs, oh boy, a lot of fans are showing their disapproval. We do not like this. And so far, only 2 episodes have come out, and there's 19 more to go. If you have watched episodes 1 and 2 so far of this edited version of Fishman Island, then let me know your thoughts in the box below, because I'm curious to see what you guys think. And of course, on the way down, make sure to just smack that like button if you do enjoy your boys' video content. This, I think, is interesting. They're trying something new, which they may keep on doing in the future, particularly if they want to have extended breaks for the ongoing One Piece anime. And what they're doing is that they're taking past arcs where folks have complained in the past back then, and now that these arcs in terms of pace is just way too slow. And folks that aren't and also are One Piece fans have always been complaining about the pace, particularly of the anime, where the anime, a lot of times they do a 1-for-1. 1 chapter equals 1 episode, which a lot of times drags things out tremendously, because normally for an episode, you can cover 2 or 3 chapters quite easily, depending on the series. For something like Bleach, you could easily do like 5 chapters in 1 episode, no problem. That's easy, that's light work. However, for One Piece, even still, they do drag out the pace, where a lot of times you do have the characters just walking idly, and then you have the background music playing, you see the slow-moving objects or people in the distance, and so on and so forth, right? The pace is relatively slow. One of the things that I mean about, let's say, for example, is that you have scenes, shots of just Blackbeard just walking, him and his boys just walking, background music, da 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 da. Bro, hello? Can we speed this up? Well, Toei has obliged, but it's not a happy medium. Oh, we've gone from one extreme to the other extreme, where now we're seeing Fishman Island done in the Wano country style of artwork. And that is the key selling point of the One Piece log Fishman Island. Everything is done in the style of Wano country. Some of these sound effects have been updated and changed since the original Fishman Island, and then you also have scenes that are sped up dramatically. A lot of the lighting and quality has changed too. Where, like, for example, a good scene of this is when Zoro and Sanji take out the pacifista, where originally it's kind of flat and it has impact, but nowhere near as much impact as, let's say, the manga version of it, I'd argue. But in this version of it, you get to see the sparks around Sanji's leg and the screen starts to shake. When Zoro spins, you see the background around him start to kind of contort around his body too, and then he dives in, and then we actually get to see the effects that mimic the original manga panel version of that scene. So there are things that I think are for sure a benefit compared to the original Fishman Island version, and that is the art style. Wano Country was a cut above the rest of the arcs in terms of animation quality and art style, and it set a standard moving forward for the story. We don't want to go back to the Dressrosa days. No. Or the days of Punk Hazard or Fishman Island. No. We want to maintain quality or try to enhance that quality moving forward. And that is hard to do for an ongoing series like One Piece, because scheduling, getting the directors, the time slots for actually airing on television, if they're not managed properly, then essentially you get a Mappa style situation. If you don't remember, JJK season 2 was a mess. It was such a mess for the animators and for the staff working there that people were throwing their key cards in the trash. And even Vincent Chansart, a well-known animator that has done One Piece content that folks adore for the story of One Piece, he's like, Mappa, nah, not happening, never again. Toei, as far as I can tell, has never had those issues, at least en masse, when it comes to managing staff and time slots and editors and directors and animators and so on and so forth. But there needs to be some time allocated to creating this higher quality content. And again, this One Piece log, Fishman Island, as it airs, Toei can then be, let's say, producing higher quality stuff for the ongoing anime episodes when we do in fact return to those. However, here is the biggest issue with the edited version of the One Piece Fishman Island arc. The pace is way too fast. Now, obviously, what a One Piece fan is complaining about the pace? About it being too fast? Oh, you guys are so spoiled, you're so privileged and blah. Shut up. First of all, why are you this deep into the video? What are you talking about? Get out of here. 1, 2. The pace is a problem, particularly when they're skipping content that's in the manga, not the anime. The original anime, where they drag things out and then they added some scenes and no, the manga. There are certain scenes that when it comes to the continuity of the episode flow, they don't make much sense anymore. The biggest one I thought, for sure, was when Nami is alone at the bar and then she's talking to fake Luffy, Tomorrow Black. In comes Usopp to do what he does best, be a stud. And seeing Usopp in that Wano country style with the muscles, mwah. Nami was alone by herself and fake Luffy was talking to her. And then out of nowhere, fake Nami is right next to real Nami as Usopp does what he does. Wait, hold on. At what point in time did fake Nami actually go up and then point the gun at real Nami? That scene that's in the actual canon manga is not displayed on screen, and so the continuity feels very jarring and messed up, and it is. It is. It's one thing to omit scenes, or let's say added extra scenes, but when you actually omit things that are from the manga, that's where it gets very, very sketchy. And One Piece fans will know when you omitted something from a manga panel. I remember during the ongoing episodes for Wano Country, there was an episode that covered chapter 1032. And in this episode, they didn't animate the 360-pound Phoenix cannon, and then folks caught that immediately. Episode's trash, Toei's dog water, never again, right? So if it's a problem for scenes like that for the ongoing episodes, then when you omit things that previously were in the episodes originally, and then you omit the scene where Luffy is leaving Boa Hancock's ship, and then Boa Hancock is getting all lovey-dovey, or you omit the scene where you have Usopp looking at his own clone saying Soge King, like, is that you? Or obviously the scene where fake Nami literally approaches real Nami, right? It messes with the continuity in some ways, yes. And then in other ways, as a One Piece fan, you don't feel that good at all when they omit scenes that were, you can argue, pretty good scenes in the original manga and in the anime. So there are things that are better, yes, for sure. The lighting, the art style, obviously, when you have the added effects that the anime missed the first time around, they have them now, things like that. But does that offset the pace? There was something appealing with the hang time. When Luffy was in the air, he punched Pacifista, it kind of bobs up in the original one, and then it slams back down again. Like it was sort of like delayed shockwave effect. You see the crowd's reaction like, and they're all just stunned. And then this one, it's not. Hockey, where we actually get to see these black and red bolts, and then we just out. It's faster, and in some ways more appealing because of its speed. But then in other ways, that sort of dragged out, delayed shockwave effect in the crowd reaction that we are accustomed to is no longer there. And by comparison, this edited version of Fishman Island feel a little bit hollow. Yeah, though sometimes they went overboard, for example, right? When Luffy knocks out fake Luffy and his party, the scene that we get in the updated version, you can argue is better because that scene originally in anime was way too dragged out. So there's always a sort of happy medium and balance that you're trying to find here when you do these things. And keep in mind that this Fishman Island edited version, it is not a actual remake. It's art style tweaks, it's sound effect tweaks, and then it's cutting out things they deem unnecessary for the episode, which sometimes, actually a lot of times, they cut out things that are like, bro. But you can tell how it's more like refurbishing rather than remaking because, for example, Frankie's voice actor, he sounds like the pristine Frankie, because it's Frankie's voice actor's original lines that he did back then, like a decade plus ago. So you can hear Frankie's voice actor 2024 in the opening, and then compare that to the Frankie that we hear in the actual episode itself. Yeah, they sound different. Again, I wish him the best. I definitely do, absolutely. But it's a sign to show you, hey, we're not doing over voice lines. We're not gonna be reanimating scenes from scratch, no. Again, art style touch-ups, sound effect upgrades, quote unquote upgrades for sound effects, and obviously cutting out things that they deem unnecessary. So I can understand why a lot of folks do not like this. And honestly, I think it's pretty mid too. I'm gonna keep on watching because I wanna see certain scenes in that Wano country style. Like I wanna see how they change up when Luffy knocks out 50,000 fishmen. I wanna see how they improve the elephant Gatling. When the strides start popping off with their new attacks, I wanna see how they do those scenes. I wanna see what Fishman Island looks like in that one amazing shot of it, what that looks like in the Wano country style. So there are a lot of things I'm looking forward to for sure in the future when it comes to this edited version of Fishman Island. But I would still say it's like a 5 or 6 out of 10 at best. Yeah, I would still say it is very mediocre. And if you wanna say it sucks, I think you are absolutely within your rights to say, yeah, this is straight up trash. But let me know your stance on the subject matter at hand. If you enjoy your boys' video content, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, click on that bell to join the notification squad. And I'm gonna catch you guys and gals on the flip side.
See you. Bye-bye.